All right. Good morning, everyone. Oops, I have to get rid of that.
Yep.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Yakima and Selah Neighbors Network Monday morning balance class. And we are going to start off with 2 minutes of warm up. And that warm up is marching in place. So we're going to lift our knees and swing our arms and take care that our posture is perfect. So think about that. Think about the outside of your ear, the tip of your shoulder, the middle of your hip joint, and the middle of your knee joint need to be all lined up. Your shoulders are down and back, and they're nice and relaxed. And we are coming around to 1 minute, so this is a good time to increase your pace. You want to be breathing deeply and filling your whole lungs, all of your lungs with water. Water, what? With air. Boy, that was not good. All right. Keep swinging those arms. Remember reciprocal movement. Your right arm goes forward as your left leg raises. And we are marching in place, and we've got about a half a minute left in our 2 minute warm up. Looking outside, we can see some snow falling. It's a really nice winter day, but I'm glad we're exercising inside. All right, it's coming around to 2 minutes, so let's slow ourselves down and stop. All right. We're going to go right into our weight shift. So shift to the right, shift to the left. Make sure that your pelvis is level. We don't want to dip to the side. All right, let's involve our hamstrings. We're going to move as we shift our weight, the non-weight bearing leg, we're going to put the heel to the buttocks. And shift, make sure that your kneecaps are looking down at the floor. There's no flexion in your hip, just in your knee. Shift the weight completely. Try not to dip. Shoulders and pelvis go straight across, parallel to the floor. And shift. All right, we're going to shift to the right, and we're going to reach to the right and shift to the left and reach down. So up to the right, down to the left. As you shift your weight up to the right, down to the left. 4, 5. All right, let's change direction and up to the left, down to the right, and reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. All right. This is still weight shifting, but we're going to stand on our left and swing the right leg. And on the way back, we're going to touch. Make sure your arms are involved. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, stand on the right and swing the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, stand on the left, swing the right, and no touches. This is a free swing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand on the right, swing the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're going to do a little range of motion with our hips. So stand on the left, raise the right, hip and knee at 90 degrees, and then rotate outward and back. Shift the weight to the right, raise your left, and rotate. You can help with your hands a little bit if that rotation isn't going far enough. And shift. And with the left. All right. Again, make sure as you're shifting your weight that your shoulders and pelvis go straight across, parallel to the floor. All right, this is our last exercise here, and the left. Good. All right, if you use leg weights, now's a good time to put them on. The rest of us can go ahead and start. We're going to do some hip abduction. So stand on your right, move your left leg out to the side, leading with the heel and the outside of your foot. Let's put our hands on our hips and begin. 1. Don't swing, power it out. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, stand on the left, out with the right. Again, lead with the heel and the outside of the foot and touch after each repetition. 1, touch. 2, make sure you're leading with your heel. 3, 4, 5. All right, stand on your right, out with your left, no touches and no swinging. Power it out. 1, 2, keep your pelvis level. 3, 4, 5. Stand on your left, out with your right, no touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very hard on the weight-bearing leg for that exercise. Uh-oh, little dog welcoming. All right, let's do our hip extension. Lead with the heel, stand nice and straight, and back. 1, 2, touch in between. 3, 4, 5. Stand on the left, back with the right, and 1. Keep your posture nice and straight. Don't lean forward. 3, 4, 5. Stand on the right, back with the left, no touches. You can use your support here, but try not to swing. Lead with your heel, and 1. This is a small movement. 2, you should feel your whole body control. 3, 4, 5. Stand on your left, back with your right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's go right into our calf stretch. Take your weights off if you have put them on. The right hip and knee are flexed to about 90 degrees. Your left leg is back and the heel is, the foot is straight and the heel is in contact with the floor. Your left knee is straight. Move your pelvis straight forward. Make sure that your posture is upright. And lean into that. Stretch, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. If you're not getting enough stretch, straighten your knee more and really push that heel into the ground. Move your pelvis straight forward, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. And last rotation on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change legs. So left leg forward, left hip and knee flexed, and right heel into the floor, right knee straight, pelvis forward, and stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Make sure that your heel is in good contact with the floor and your posture is erect. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, got those nice warmed up heel cords and calf muscles. So let's walk on our heels. Small steps. Make sure you involve your arms. And move forward. And last repetition here. And now we're going to do some heel toes. So up on your toes, back on your heels. Toes, heels, toes, heels. Not going to do too much of that. Maybe a couple of laps on your toes. All right. Let's do our stop start. So take a giant step forward and stop. Giant step forward and stop. Come to a sudden stop. All right, when you stop, let's raise your hip and knee on the non-weight bearing leg to 90 degrees. Step stop, step stop, step stop. Make sure you're lunging yourself forward and coming to a sudden stop. This is a good balance challenge. And that's what we're here for. All right, done a few of those. Let's walk the line. So get a line on your floor and you want to put your heel to your toe as you go forward on the line. Heel to toe. Don't look at your feet unless you have a neuropathy and you have to look at your feet. Look about 10 feet in front of you, but keep your feet in your peripheral vision. Heel to toe, keep on that line. If it's not challenging enough, increase your speed. Let's put our hands on our hips. Take our arms out of the equation. It makes it a little harder. All right, come back to home place. And we're used to being upright here and working out. So let's go backwards. Very slowly go backwards. Make sure you've got a clear path and that you're going very slowly. Watch your feet if you need to for safety. All right, let's come back to home here and get our sea legs, and let's close our eyes for the count of 10. We've done 5 before, but if you can't do this, make sure you're near your support also. All right, here we go. Eyes closed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, that really complicates things, I think. All right, let me take a look here at where we're at. All right, let's do our partial squats. So this is a quad strengthening activity. You want your feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to squat down slowly and raise our arms to shoulder height and lower our center of gravity, and then stand up real tall and squat. You want to keep your spine nice and straight. You don't want to curl down. You want to make sure that you are weight bearing equally on both sides. So make sure that favorite foot isn't, or favorite leg isn't doing all the work. And you want to feel your weight transfer toward your heels as you slowly squat. If your knees are bad, just go down a little ways. And I don't want anybody to do a full squat. That is not what our aging knees need. We're just going to go down part way and stand. I've lost count, but we'll call this 7. It's a good number. And stand and down for 8. And slowly up and 9. And last one, down, equal weight bearing, and stand. Good. All right. Let's work on our shoulder girdle. So we're going to grasp our hands behind our back, and our heads are nice and straight. And we're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Hold, hold, and relax. Make sure your shoulders are going down and back, and they're not coming up toward your ear. Roll those shoulder blades back. Feel your shoulder blade move towards your spine, toward the midline, and squeeze and hold. Be careful that your head isn't poking forward. It wants to poke forward on this exercise for some reason. And squeeze and hold. And squeeze. And rest. And one last one. Squeeze and hold. All right. We're going to continue with our upper extremity exercise by doing some wall push-ups. So here we are. We're about, our feet are about 20 inches from the wall. Our arms are a little bit higher than shoulder height and resting on the wall, and we lean into the wall and push away with our arms. And 1. This is all done with your tricep, which is the muscle on the back of your arm between your elbow and your shoulder. And push. 2. Don't cheat with your feet. And 3. 4. 5. 6. Power back. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Very good. All right, I just realized I forgot to get my weight, but I will use this weight here. So make sure that you are protecting your back with this next exercise. We're still working on our shoulder girdle. So resting your non-active arm, and your back is straight, but your hips are bent. And your exercised arm is hanging straight down. So I want you to pull up with your shoulder girdle, not to your bicep. So 2, pull back. Your shoulder blade should move toward your spine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, change arms. Still, we're leaning forward, but we're protecting our backs by putting the weight on our non-exercise arm. And pull back with your shoulder girdle. 2, 3, 4. I normally use a 5-pound weight. 6, 7, 8, you can use a soup can, 9, and 10. Good job. All right. We've got our arms taken care of, or our shoulder girdle. And we're going to do some lateral movement. So let's do our chain. The lead leg goes over the front, and you recover, and then behind. We're moving to the side. So front leg over the top and then behind. This is a chain. And the purpose of it is to get our brain used to recovering from a sideways movement. We don't do a lot of that. And make sure your arms are involved in the balance. So over the top, then behind. And behind. And good. All right, let's do some more sideways movement. We're going to take a giant step to, for me, it's the left, but step, squat. So this is one movement. Step, squat, together, recover. Step, squat. Don't break it up. Step, squat, recover. And again, our trunk is straight. We're not curling down. We're just dropping our center of gravity. Again, if your knees bother you, just go down a little ways. But do that giant step so you get used to recovering from a sideways movement, that it doesn't take your brain by surprise. This is a good practice for your brain, knowing where your limbs are in space. It's not a given. It's not a given. You have to work at it. All right, let me check. Okay, we're going to work on our trunk a little bit. So let's work on our abdominal obliques, and we do this by doing crunches. So left elbow to right knee and crunch down. If your back bothers you, don't do this exercise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, get your pillows. And we are going to end your belts and get down on the floor. Make sure your pillow is thick enough that it protects your sacrum and your coccyx, because we're going to rock back and forth. All right. Hips and knees at 90 degrees. Arms forward below the level of your knee. Your head is curled forward. Your spine is curled. And you're going to move backwards, keeping your curled position, and forward. Make sure that your hands do not come above the level of your knees. All right, here's 2. Forward, curl back, and recover. 4, these are called let backs, not sit-ups. Make sure your pelvis tilts and that you stay curled. If your back goes straight, it puts a big strain on it. Keep your curl. I think this is 6. And 7. Curl. 8. 9. And 10. All right, recover for a second and we'll do 5 more. Make sure your feet stay on the ground also. Okay, arms forward below the level of your bent knees and curl back. And 1. Stay curled. 2. Head forward. 3. 4. And 5. Good. All right. Let's take that pillow and put it behind your head and neck. And we're going to do a hamstring stretch. So got your belt. Put the belt around the ball of the foot. Your knee as straight as it can go. And with your hands, pull your toes towards your nose, keeping your knee straight. My knee does not go straight, but my hamstrings are still getting a little stretch, and your hamstrings go from behind your knee to the tip of your buttock. You should feel the stretch along the whole length of that muscle. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and rest. Like I said, try to get your knee straight and pull forward. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and rest. And stretch that hamstring. And rest. And stretch. And rest. All right, let's try the left. Again, keep the belt goes around the ball of the foot, your knees as straight as it can go, and pull that foot forward, stretch, and rest, and stretch,
Sorry,
and rest, and stretch, and rest, and stretch. And there we go. All right, let's review getting off the floor. Roll to one side. Come up on all fours. One leg up, both hands on that leg, and stand. It's always good to review that. Hopefully we'll never end up on the floor unplanned, but that sometimes happens. All right, let's go right into around the clock. Let's see, our time's doing okay. So we're going to wait there on the left leg, and with the right, we're going to point forward, to the side, back, and home. We try to power your leg, don't swing it. So let's go right into tap. So forward, side, back, home. Forward, side, back, home. Forward, side, back, home. Keep your pelvis as level as you can with your left. Forward, side, back, home. Forward, side, back, home. Forward, side, back, home. Okay, we're going to only touch for home. So on with your standing on your left with your right, forward, side, back, touch, forward, side, back, touch, forward, side, back, touch. Stand on your right with your left, forward, side, back, touch, forward, side, back, touch, forward, side, back, touch. All right, with your right leg, no touches, 3 reps. Forward, side, back, home, forward, side, back, home, forward, side, back, home. Stand on your right with your left, forward, side, back, home, forward, side, back, home, forward, side, back, home. Let's do our single leg standing for 10 seconds. Here we go on the right with our hands on our hips, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand on your left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms overhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On your left, arms overhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the right, both arms forward, left leg back, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With your left, arms forward, right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. All right, let's get our chairs. We've got one remaining exercise. Nice firm chair, and sit, position your buttocks so that your feet are flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Your arms are crossed over your shoulder or across your chest, and your hands are resting on your shoulder. You want to lean forward so that your nose is over your toes and come to a slow stand. The count is to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should be all the way up. Slow down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No flopping in your chair. Forward for 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 3. Up. And we do this functional exercise every week because it is very important that we can get out of a chair, off the toilet, out of the car, and be functioning at our highest level. All right, I think this is 5. And all the way straight. It might have been 6, but we can do an extra one, and down, and nose over toes. Try not to jump up, just come up smoothly, and down to sitting. This is a good exercise for quad strengthening. Oh gosh, maybe this is 8. And down. And nose over toes, and up for 9, and down, and last one, lean forward, and all the way up, and down we go. Very good. Give yourself a pat on the back for doing 30 minutes of balance challenges and